before the top of the hour. Give you enough time to get those bets in, because what we do here on the drive-through is we bring in our pick dogs crew and give out live free picks from the current lines here for the primetime games. And so be sure to stay tuned for the whole show. And by the way, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Let's take a look at our crew for today. We got Brian Bitler to lead us off. Jovan Buha will be joining us. You see him top of leaderboards. Rod Zawacki will join us. In the center square, Joe Duffy. We've got Chris Ruffalo as co-host. Goran will join us. Qatar will join us here with some look at some English soccer. And, of course, Jeff Jeter as well. All right, let's bring in my co-host. Chris, ready for another show?
Absolutely ready to close out the week. Great lineup today.
Right up. Great lineup today. Let's go ahead and close the week, and let's welcome in the show Joe Duffy. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Joe, how are things going today on this Friday?
Oh, they're going great. I thought you got the days confused again because you said Brian was up first, which I think happened last Friday. But yeah, knock on wood, things are going quite well. Had our big play last night, TNT total of the year, although it didn't start out all that well. Very low scoring second half, stays under easily, and we got some great stuff tonight. Absolutely great stuff tonight. Good NBA card, and we're going to start off in the NBA. NBA League Pass Channel has the Atlanta Hawks on the road here facing Minnesota Timberwolves. Atlanta here, the favorite on the road, laying 6, total 225.5. Well, I guess a lot of regular clients probably know which direction I'm going. NBA, the one and only sport where I'll actually pick a lot of road favorites, but I got to go with the facts, Gomi, not agenda. I don't really like picking road favorites, but you know, the computer has been very kind to me over the years. Road favorites are small underdogs in a high-scoring streak are 359, 231, and 12 as Atlanta's topped 106 points or more in 3 straight games, so they fit into this system. Also, road favorites versus a team off a home win or a very close loss are 588, 463, and 24. And I mentioned, quite a few times about, 5 months ago, started to add some simulators to really as cooperation, and our top 2 simulators both agree with our systems. Our top-rated simulator has Atlanta covering 67% of the time and winning by an average of 12 points. Our second-best model has them covering at 55.8, and even Massey ratings, which is among my favorite power ratings as far as gambling is concerned, gives a very mild edge to Atlanta. Now, again, just a mild edge, but at least it's not contradicting us. So, all in all, I know there's still some injuries for both sides. Even I just looked at the latest injury reports. Still a couple guys listed as questionable for each team. But Atlanta minus the points. W marks the center square. All right, Joe Duffy here at Atlanta minus the 6. Raymond says, Joe is a legend. He definitely is a legend in this industry. All right, let's go ahead and get Chris's thoughts here on this Atlanta Hawks team. We've seen a big understreak broken here because Atlanta went overtime in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, it's just a change of the culture in Atlanta. How many years in a row did we know them as an over team? They just like to have their best defense as a good offense. And, well, now it's like I said, change of culture. You got them actually playing decent defense now. They've still got a really good young lineup with Trae Young leading the charge. They've got some offense going there, too. I think Atlanta's going to be a rising team over the next few years, and if they can keep this defense up, they'll be a team to watch out for.
That's right. Minnesota still hasn't got the memo on defense. Doesn't matter who's coaching them. All right, Joe. A good card tonight on hoops. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Yeah, it was a short card last night, but we did hit our total of the year, TNT total of the year, interconference total of the year. We got 5 winners for tonight, including another total of the year. This is going to be the Southwest Division year. 3 of them are our highest rated plays, Wise Guy plays, and about to get started on tomorrow's portfolio as well, but a really, really nice portfolio for Friday night in quantity and quality. Absolutely, guys. Check out Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. Best value right there is one of those long-term passes. Get that 3-day pass, and what you'll get from Joe is all his plays from NBA, college hoops, and the NFL playoffs. It's the championship weekend here for Sunday's NFL card. So get on board here with Joe Duffy with one of those long-term passes over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having your show. Great luck this weekend, and we'll talk with you next week. We shall, gentlemen. Have a great show as always. All right, everybody, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on and welcome one of the newest cappers on our show. He's off to a really good start. As you see him up on the leaderboards, it's Jovan Buha, and he'll be looking at some college hoops for tonight. Let's bring him in. Jovan, how you doing today?
I'm going on. What's going on, fellas? I'm all right.
All right, things are going well here on a Friday. You're going to be looking at Mountain West action here, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Stadium. We got Nevada on the road here to face Wyoming, with Nevada laying 3.5. Total sits here 149.
Yeah, so tonight I'm jumping on the Wolfpack of Nevada. Now Nevada comes in this game at a 10-5 record, 11-3 against the spread, 4-3 straight up on the road, and 6-1 ATS on the road. Now nothing really jumps out at you statistically on an offensive standpoint about this team, but when it comes to defense, they're top 5 in conference in scoring defense, field goal percentage allowed, and 3-point percentage allowed. The Wolfpack are 4-0 against the spread on the road and 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 road games. That sounds good against the Wyoming team that is only 2-5 against the spread at home, 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 games versus teams with a winning record, and has given up 78 points in conference play. Look for Nevada to take advantage of that and win by about 5 to 8 points.
All right, Jovan Burt's here on Nevada laying 3.5 against Wyoming. This is Mountain West action. All right, Chris, your thoughts here on this Nevada and Wyoming matchup?
I mean, I've got to lean Nevada's way as well, just if for nothing else, an anti-Wyoming play. I've been burned too many times by the Cowboys. It started with that game against Omaha that they should have won handily. It didn't even get close to a sniff of a cover, except once in the last 5 minutes. Jamal makes great points. This Nevada team's well coached. I think Nevada was handily.
All right, agreement there with Nevada laying 3.5 against Wyoming. All right, Jovan, let's take a look here at the numbers, because you've done a great job over at Pig Dogs Premium. We see for the year 600 units documented over there at Pig Dogs Premium. You find Jovan Burt's on his profile page. You'll see every pick he's made on the site. Of course, a good night of action. Lots of hoops coverage, college basketball. Of course, ESPN doubleheader from the NBA. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so I got my free money Friday jumping off on both the NBA and NCAA side. My NBA, I'm 7-3, so you need to check me out for that tonight. I'm also 7-3 in the NFL playoffs, so on Sunday, check me out on that. I got my 3-day pass, my 7-day pass, my monthly pass, and my yearly pass that I just put up a couple of days ago. So if you need value, that's what you should look out for.
That's right. The value is in the long-term passes, 3 days, 7 day, and of course, 30 day up there for Jovan. He's had even a longer passes up there. So check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium. 600 units of profit for 2021. That's documented. When you go to his profile page at Pig Dogs Premium, you'll see every pick that Jovan has posted in the site, so you can see for yourself those numbers. And of course, the All Sports Pass, you get every play that Jovan releases: NBA, college hoops, NFL playoffs, for the time period you select. And that's what you'll get over at Pig Dogs Premium when you pick up one of those long-term passes from Jovan Burt's. All right, Jovan, as always, it's great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, great weekend. We'll talk with you on Monday.
All right, win, fellas.
All right, win indeed. Jovan Burt's here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue here on the show. And just want to remind everybody here to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Of course, it all gets started every day here with Mitch in the morning with his morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Chris, Zawacki, Brian Bitler, and of course on the weekends, Ron Romanelli comes into play here. So be sure to check that out. Of course, we got UFC shows around the UFC fight cards. Of course, we got the show on Wednesday night. Of course, the computer pick show, which precedes us. We're the drive-through. We're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And don't forget the NFL championship games, halftime pick shows for Mitch. Get those halftime picks there this weekend. And of course, we always want to remind you folks, if you would, smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. Helps our audience grow. Chris, we can't explain that a little bit more, especially now where we're getting a lot more guests on the show. Those likes greatly help us out.
Absolutely, it does. I mean, you look at yesterday. What do we have? 10 picks for everybody on the drive-through. That's you're not going to find that anywhere. But all we ask is if you guys can just leave us a thumbs up. Helps us get the product out to different, maybe new sets of eyes that haven't seen it before, or just helps us along the YouTube rankings. Gets our product out there. You know what? Who doesn't like making money, right? We have some of the best handicappers in the world on these programs. On our morning show, we're giving out tons of free picks. You know what? All we ask is for a thumbs up and maybe a subscribe if you guys want to keep, tuning into what we got to offer. No matter what, though, we love the support. We appreciate the support, and we love everybody at Pick Dogs.
Absolutely, guys. So we appreciate that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Lots of picks on the show. Chris, time for you to come front and center here. Going to be looking at some NHL action tonight. This one to begin at 8 Eastern time on NHL Center Ice Package. Sharks at the Wild here. Wild are going to be favored here about $1.70 in most places, total 5.5.
Yeah, this was definitely a game that caught my eye after I had, I was tired this morning. I was really looking through the games, and I was like, wait a second, how did I not see this? Minnesota, 3-1 on the year. They're playing fantastic hockey. They're, beating up on teams. We also have to keep in mind, Tony, I'm sorry to say this with you sitting right next to me, two of those games were against the Los Angeles Kings, and two of those games were against the Anaheim Ducks, two teams that are really not projected to do very much this season. Now, Anaheim especially, this is an Anaheim team that can't score, flat out. They've scored 6 goals in 4 games. This is another bad year for this Anaheim Ducks club. Meanwhile, you have San Jose coming off of a surprisingly down year. This is a team that's perennially in the playoffs, perennially a contender with guys like Brent Burns, Logan Couture, Erik Karlsson, Kevin LeBank's one of the younger stars coming up in the league. This is a talented team. Thomas Hertl. This is a very talented San Jose team that just had a down year, and I think that combined with just this being the early part of the season is going to give us some great value, and that's what I see here with the San Jose Sharks. I think that San Jose is going to be the toughest test that Minnesota's faced to date. This is going to be a real test for the Wild if they can actually do this. And you know what? Cam Talbot, he's played well so far, but again, like we said, it's against lower competition. I think San Jose is going to be able to put their foot down here. They're going to, give Minnesota a challenge, and I could see San Jose pulling this one off. I could see something 3-2, 4-2. Either way, I like San Jose on the money line in this one.
San Jose on the money line here from Chris Ruffalo over here on the drive-thru. All right, Chris, good night tonight here on Hoops. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, everybody was quick to announce it on the morning show that we had an off day with the college hoops yesterday. But you know what? That made me a little bit salty. I don't like being in number 2 in the rankings. I want to get back to number 1. So I'm not going to take it sitting down. We're going to have something tonight. We got Free for All Friday. 3 of my favorite college basketball plays, as well as 2 of my favorite NHL plays. Now, for people who did buy the package earlier today, the Boise State game that got postponed was one of those picks. So if you did buy that package, I have another pick for you. Either reach out to me or see if you can reach out to Mitch or someone. We will get you that pick. No problem. We just got to confirm that you purchased the package. That's fine. But like we said, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day sports packages. Those are going to be some of your best value. We've got the NFL, the conference championships coming up, NBA, NHL, college hoops. That's going to be your best value. You've also got the 2-for-1 capper. 2 of your favorite cappers on the same package. Get it at a cheaper price than if you were paying for them alone. Guys, pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com, premium pick section, loaded with value, going to make you money and save you money at the same time.
Will do. You see over 1,900 units of profit over there here at Pick Dogs Premium. Document number 2. Big weekend coming up for Chris. He's going to get this one over these units well over 2,000 again this weekend. So check them out. Of course, a good time to get those long-term passes. You see them there. 3-day, 7-day, even up to the 3rd day. You choose the length of time. Whichever one you select, you'll get all of Chris's plays that he posts on the site. That would be NBA, college basketball, NFL playoffs, as well as the NHL. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru as we can motor on here and welcome Rod Zawacki to the program. Rod, you can find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's also part of the morning crew every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch and Company. Rod, how you doing?
Doing good, Tony. Doing good.
Great to hear. Great.
TGIF.
TGIF. It's happy Friday for everyone. All right, you're looking at the TV game Fox 1 from College Hoops. 7 p.m. Eastern time has Michigan at Purdue. Michigan laying 4, total 139.5, but that number is moving up here as we're getting close to game time.
Yeah, for me, big game here, Michigan and Purdue. Purdue 4-0, 4-0 against the number. But for me in this matchup tonight, big, we got Trayvon Williams for Purdue. He's been the guy who's been dominant. The reason why that Purdue's on such a run. He's been scoring 19 points a game, 9 rebounds. The 6'10", 265-pound leader on Purdue's offense for sure. But he's going to run into Hunter Dickinson for Michigan here. The freshman's been rolling for Michigan. Nice surprise. 7'1", 255-pound. He's been leading the team in scoring, rebounds. He's thrown in a couple blocks in there. We decided by this. I think Dickinson kind of shuts down Williamson in that regard there in the battle of the big men in this game, which will leave Isaiah Livers open for some more shots. And you know what he does. The senior in Michigan will definitely shoot your lights out. So then you look a little deeper head to head. The last 10 meetings, Michigan 7-3 straight up, 9-1 ATS against Purdue. The last 7 in Purdue, Michigan is 7-0 ATS. Take Michigan. The Michigan should be they're ranked number 7 overall in the country, and I think they should be a little bit higher than that. They're easily top 4. Take Michigan.
All right, Ross, let's go ahead. Take Michigan, lay the points against the Purdue Boilermakers. This one, top of the hour, beginning on Fox 1. All right, Chris, we see Michigan here on the road. It stubbed their toe a little bit, but this is a road spot for them to bounce back in.
Yeah, and it's not the easiest one. I mean, like Rod said, Purdue's just been on fire lately. Michigan, they did lose their lone loss of the season, came on the road against Minnesota. Thing is, Minnesota, a lot of teams are going to go to Minnesota and lose at the barn. It's a tough road environment, even with no fans. Minnesota prides himself on doing well on home court. Michigan, it's not often that you get a consistent team like Michigan with this low of a line. I know it's against Purdue. It's going to be a great game to watch, and I really, really want to see what this Purdue team can do on the road.
Absolutely, no question about that. All right, this Michigan team here on a road spot against Purdue. All right, Rod, a great night tonight. A lot of action from hoops, college basketball, NBA, and of course NHL. You're at 230 units this season. NBA documented. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Tonight over at Pig Dogs Premium, we got my Steak Friday. Love the Steak Friday card here. I've got 3 NBA, 3 NHL, 1 college basketball. Great opportunity to cash in big tonight. Or even better, if you want, grab my 3-day pass. I'm going to give you guys a deal right now in the drive-thru. Get it right now. $50 gets you all 3 days. You get Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll get my Steak Friday tonight. You'll get college basketball tomorrow. You'll get the NFL on Sunday. Great deal for you guys right now in the drive-thru. Grab a 3-day pass. Let's have a huge winning weekend ahead.
Huge winning weekend ahead from Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. That 3-day pass is great. All of Rod's plays for the 3 days for the weekend here. Get those NFL playoff picks, NBA, college basketball, NHL from Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. Really good return this season in the NBA. All right, Rod, as always, it's great having you on the show. We'll be listening to you tomorrow morning. Every day it starts, but tomorrow, a big hoops card. We'll hear you tomorrow and watch you over YouTube and throughout social media here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Plays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow.
You bet. Looking forward to a great, exciting, packed sports card weekend. You have yourself a great weekend, Tony, and we'll see you on Monday. See everybody else tomorrow morning.
All right, see everybody else tomorrow morning. And of course, Rod will be back here on the drive-thru. He may have something for us at the end of the show. If he's in the giving mood, we may get a birdcage, so stay tuned for that. We'll see how that rolls. All right, guys, don't forget, guys, let's get those likes. All right, let's help us out with our audience. We got a lot of picks. We're adding more handicappers next week, so there's going to be more picks on the show. So, guys, continue to support us and give us that like, that thumbs up. Robert, we appreciate your support here and your help. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to bring in Brian Bitler. He bookends the shows Monday and Friday. Brian, how are you?
I got my rambling Rod Zawacki baseball cap on, and I'm a big fan of Rod's. But I'm raring to go on this Friday card. Already 1 win in the book with Merrimack. I'm hoping the rest of the games are winners too.
Let's hope the rest of the ones are winners for you, Brian Bitler. All right, Brian, you're going to be looking at the NBA tonight, 8:30 Eastern Time. Mavericks at the Spurs And we see Dallas laying 2, total 223.5.
Yeah, this is a premium pick for me. I got in this morning at 2.5, but I don't see any problem with 2. This is a big in-state rivalry match for these two teams. They don't like each other. Spurs looking to bounce back from that embarrassing loss at the Warriors. I think it was a 22-point loss. Spurs are 6-1 against the spread last 7 following an ATS loss. Mavericks just 1-6 ATS last 7 on the road versus a team with a winning record. So for me, it's going to be a Spurs outright win. Place a little bit on that money line, but the bulk of the bet should be plus the points. So plus the point Spurs, and then sprinkle a little bit on the money line.
All right, sprinkle a little bit on the money line, and Brian Bitler likes the Spurs at +2. Brian have a really good year in the NBA. Chris, with this Mavericks team, you got Doncic, you got Kristaps Porzingis here, some scores here, and the Spurs here will have their hands full in this one.
First I thought Brian's hat was for Ruffalo, but I guess we're sorely mistaken on that one. You look at the Mavericks. We say they'll have the best players on the floor in Porzingis and Doncic, but Dallas is very top heavy. They rely on those two guys to do a lot. San Antonio has the edge in the depth department. I like Brian's pick here with the San Antonio Spurs plus the 2. I think they also win it outright. I just think that the depth is going to be the difference here. You can key in on 2 guys. You can't key in on 6 or 7. This is a very deep San Antonio team, so I like the Spurs as well.
Yeah, San Antonio building up their depth on that team. All right, Brian, we got a good weekend coming up. Good night tonight from the NBA. Lots of games, TV games, ESPN doubleheader, a lot of college hoops action for a Friday. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium, as we see the numbers here, 650 units this season earned in NBA.
Yeah, I'm off to a 61% start in the NBA. Last night, first rough patch, I had an 0-2 NBA night, but you know what? I'm ready to bounce back. Friday's been very good to me lately, so we're going to knock it out of the park. I got my NBA after-hours investment for $30 at pickdogs.com, but even better, these 2-for-1 deals. You can match me and Chris up, me and Rod, or anybody you want. You get 2 cappers for 3 days, I think it's $129.95 or 7 days for $229.95. Really a good deal. Check it out at pickdogs.com, premium pick section.
That's right, guys. Check out Pig Dogs Premium Pick section. You can pick up one of those long-term passes of Brian or add another capper there for the great value right now on the site. You see the numbers there, 650 units of profit. Those long-term passes for Brian, you choose the length of time, but when you select one of those, you get all the plays that Brian releases on the site. That would be NBA, college hoops, and, of course, the NFL playoffs, which are coming up this Sunday in the championship round. All right, Brian, as always, a great having you show. You bookend the show, so you're coming back on Monday.
I'll be back on Monday, Lord willing, but I'll be tomorrow morning with the guys discussing some college basketball winners.
That's right, Brian, in the morning show every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Chris, Rod Zawacki. We got Mitch. And this weekend, you'll have to share the stage a little bit with Ron Romanelli.
Well, this could be my Ron Romanelli hat, too. I'm a big fan of Ron's, or Ruffalo, so it's the 3 R's.
That's right. The 3 R's will be there. All right, Brian, we'll tune in tomorrow and listen to you guys on the show.
Okay, guys, take it easy.
All right, everybody, Brian Bitler here on the drive through. All right, guys, we'll continue on. Of course, as we always, that thumbs up, that like. Give us that like. We greatly appreciate help our audience grow. Still more picks coming on the show. And by the way, if you miss any of the picks, we'll recap them at the end of the show. All right, now it's time to bring in our buddy Jeff Jeter. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Jeff's going to be looking at some hoops action tonight. Jeff, how are you today?
Doing good. I don't have a triple R hat or anything going on, but I got 2 J's in my name. But it happens, right? So.
Absolutely, it does happen. All right, Jeff. Top of the hour game. You're looking at the Bulls at the Charlotte Hornets. This one on NBA League Pass Channel. Current odds: we got Charlotte laying 3, total 228.5.
Yeah, and starting with the Bulls here. I mean, of course, everybody's going to see that big 10-4 ATS, including 7-2 ATS on the road. On that last before they went to the at home here, the last 2 games at home. They were on the start of that West Coast road trip. Went 1-4 straight up, but they did cover 4 of the 5 games out there. And then as they were coming back in, they played Oklahoma City. That was the only game they were favored in, and they failed to cover. Of course, the Thunder won that one. But the thing is, though, when they covered those West Coast games, those 4 out of 5, they were 7-point or more dogs in those. Of course, they played the Lakers and the Clippers in that time. So they also played the Blazers and the Kings as well. So, but anyway, moving to the Hornets, they're coming off 5 days rest. And this time at Charlotte, they've been one of the streakiest teams to date in the league this year. They'll sit there, they've lost 3, and then they'll win 4 in a row, and then they've lost the last 3. So, the thing is, though, with Charlotte, they have covered 6 of the last 7 games against the spread. So, one thing about Charlotte, they do defend the perimeter well, but teams have been able to take advantage inside the arc. And we know this about the Hornets. Their MO is definitely not their offense for sure. They're more of a defensive, kind of methodical, slower paced team. It's been that way, even before that current regime that's there now with Gordon Hayward and stuff. So, but anyway, Chicago's coming off some pretty decent rest too. So both teams with adequate rest here. I just think, this is where the Hornets are going to maybe start one of those winning streaks. I just think that, the Bulls are giving up, 120 points a game. They've gotten some shootout type situations, so that's kind of affected that number. But I just think, Hornets come out here, cover that 3, good win here to get this next series of games started. So,
all right, Jeff Jeter here on the Hornets laying the 3 against the Bulls. Chris, this Bulls team, they just got to figure out the defense because they got some pretty good shooters on their team.
Yeah, and I can tell you one thing, they know how to cover the number on the road like nobody's business. This is a Bulls team that's 7-2, I believe. I'm just getting the number. Yeah, 7-2 against their number on the road this season. 4-5. So they're making do with the points. Sometimes they're even winning those games. So it's tough. But again, Charlotte's at home. This is a tough game to call, and the line is this low for a reason. It is definitely a hard game to pick from.
Yeah, it is, no doubt about that. And the Bulls only getting 3. They're usually getting a little bit more in their games here, and they're facing a defensive-minded team in the Hornets. All right, Jeff, good night of action tonight from Hoops. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, real quick, I've still got my Friday Fast Break 5-pack still available there. Got 2 from the NBA and 3 from college basketball. Of course, tomorrow we're going to have a ton more basketball action for you guys on Saturday, as well as Sunday NFL and college basketball, as well as NBA slate there. So good time to take advantage of the 3-day pass. Just to let you guys know too, of course, like I said, we're counting down to Daytona for as NASCAR schedule goes. We're about to start the 2021 season, so I'll be coming out with my season pass here over the next few days, and of course we'll definitely want to get that early because you may get a good deal on that on the early end of it here before it goes live. So before we get to going here with the racing schedule this year, so be sure to check it out, and good luck tonight, and appreciate you guys.
All right, everybody. Jeff Jeter here. Check him out here over at Pig Dogs Premium. You want to pick up that 3-day pass, get all of Jeff's picks for the weekend. We got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lots of hoops action, as well as those NFL playoffs on Sunday. And keep an eye for Jeff's NASCAR releases and his package coming up as we approach the Daytona 500. All right, Jeff, as always, a great having you show. We'll keep you for the last segment as we recap the picks, and we'll have a great weekend.
Well, how you're at. Yep.
All right, everybody, Jeff Jeter here on the drive-through. We'll continue on. Still more picks to come up, and as we said, if you miss any of the picks, don't worry. We're going to recap them at the end of the show. Every pick on the show will be recapped. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time for some soccer action. Our man, Goran Kukar. How are you doing, Goran?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm doing good. Getting ready for another soccer weekend.
Another soccer weekend. It never stops in soccer. No days off over there. There's always action. No off season.
No holiday for soccer.
No holiday for soccer, man. They play 365 days. You'll find something. All right, Goran, you're going to be looking here at this Milan-Atalanta game with Atalanta favored in this one.
Yeah, this is easily the best game tomorrow, and the EPL is taking a break this week again with the FA Cup. So I'll be looking at this Milan game. When the season started, I knew that Milan is a good team, but I wasn't expecting them to be this dominant this season, and it's just crazy how well they're playing. And with Ibrahimovic at the top of their offense, they're scoring goals like crazy, and I actually think they might win the title this season. And we are getting them at a nice plus 162 price tomorrow, and I'm gonna take it no matter what, and possibly even add some goals to this game because this could easily end maybe, I don't know, 3-2 or something like that. And there's no way I'm passing on Milan on this one.
All right, Goran here in Milan plus 162 against Atalanta. All right, Chris, we're gonna test your skills here on European soccer. What's your thoughts on these teams?
Well, don't worry. You know me. I'm always prepared. No, you know what? Goran's right. Milan dominating the league so far this season, and this Atalanta side is a far cry from the team that scored almost 100 goals last season. This team is, they're not scoring the way they were. I think they were maybe too focused on the Champions League. Maybe their focus is still there. Either way, domestically, it doesn't seem like it's an important focus for them. I like the plus money that you're getting with Milan here, given Atalanta's struggles. My gut, for whatever reason, says also just cover yourself off with the draw. This just feels like a game that Atalanta might get up for. I think you put more on Milan to win, but I would say put just a couple bucks on the draw. Just cover yourself off because, like I said, I have a feeling that this is a game that, Goran said, this is the best game of the weekend for Serie A for a reason. This is going to be a heavyweight tilt, so it's going to be one to watch.
All right, so Serie A, Goran here on Milan plus 162 against Atalanta. All right, so Goran, it's weekend soccer. We find you over at Pig Dogs Premium. What you have going on at the site for this weekend?
Yeah, there's a 3-day and 7-day packages are up, and I have a nice 5-pack getting ready for tomorrow. That's gonna bring you all some money. So jump onto that package. It's gonna be $24.95. So don't miss this opportunity to make some money.
Yeah, don't miss out to make money here from Goran Kukar. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, there's European soccer, EPL on a break, but there's still a lot of action up there with that 5-pack. So get on board. Take those winnings. Why not upgrade to one of those long-term passes from Goran? You see he's got his 3-day, 7-day, 3-day all sports pass up there from Goran at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Goran, as always, great having you on the show. Great weekend, and we'll talk with you next week.
Always a pleasure, guys.
All right, everybody, Goran here on the drive-through. All right, guys, don't forget we'll be recapping the plays from today in just a minute. First, it's time for my pick for today. We're going to be looking at some Big West basketball. Let's go ahead and get the pick up here. And we're going to be looking at this UC Riverside squad laying the 4 against Cal State Bakersfield. Now, Riverside, a really good shooting team. They're 18th in the nation from the three-point line, hitting over 39%. They're efficient on both. They're efficient defensively around the bucket and at the three-point line. And they're an experienced team. Now, Bakersfield sits near the bottom of college basketball in effective field goal performances. They really struggle to make shots around the bucket and from the three-point line. I'm going to continue to play. I've been playing this Riverside team this year. I really liked them against USC about a week and a half ago. And I'm going to take them here laying the 3.5. They did force USC into overtime. So I'll go ahead and take the Highlanders laying the 4. Chris, you keep an eye much on the Big West.
I do, and this was actually a game that I really looked into because, Riverside was a team a couple of years ago that was a laughing stock in the Big West, and now look at them. They're playing fantastic defense. They're shooting well. The problem for me is, and I think I'm going to butt heads with you on this one, is just that Bakersfield has a tendency of covering the number on the road. I think they're 5-1 against the number in their last 6. And like you said, Riverside took USC to overtime, which is a tall task in itself. But they don't really do a good job covering the number at home. I think this could be a 2-point game, maybe a 3-point game. So 4 is a little bit iffy for me. But again, this is a game that's probably better to watch than bet. If you've never watched Big West basketball, this would be a great game to get yourself started on.
Yeah, absolutely. Big West TV online. You can watch their games. All right, Don, Riverside laying the 4. Guys, be sure to check out Pig Dogs Premium. I have a 3-pack for tonight. And I also have a 7-day and 30-day pass up there, so you can check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on. And this is the time of the show where we go ahead and recap the picks for today's show. All right, it all got started here. We got, we have actually Goran on here. We also have Jeff Jeter. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Joe Duffy got us started here with taking the Hawks, laying the 6 against the Timberwolves. Jovan, Nevada, laying the 3.5 against Wyoming. Chris was on the Sharks, plus 150 against the Wild. Rod Zawacki, Michigan, laying 4. Be able to shop that number. It's been going up here against Purdue. Brian Bitler, the Spurs, plus 2 against the Mavericks. He did say that was one of his premiums for today. Jeff Jeter on the Hornets, laying the 3 against the Bulls. Goran, Milan, plus 162 against Atalanta. Yours truly was on UC Riverside, laying the 4 against Cal State Bakerfields. We'll go ahead and start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, I think I'm going to have to steal one of Mitch's shticks, and I love Nevada laying the 3.5 against Wyoming. I think that's one of the best plays on the board tonight.
All right, let's go ahead and go over to Jeff Jeter. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I was going to be telling with Chris right there on Nevada, actually, but I'm done with Wyoming. But as a backup, I guess, I'm going to go with Chris's taking the Sharks at the plus 150 over the Minnesota Wild tonight. You convinced me. So it sounds great, man.
All right, I'm going to go with Nevada. I like that Nevada 3.5 here against Wyoming. And Goran, I know you don't follow American sports, so you got to give us something else you're looking from soccer.
I would take Bayern and over 3.5 against Schalke on Sunday. I think that's a steal, minus 125.
All right, sounds good. Of course. So look, laughing from Chris. Huh? You got something there?
No, because because I didn't know that game was on Sunday. I would push it to 4.5. That game is going to be a rout. Goran is bang on with that one. Schalke didn't win a game for a year. I'm sorry, but this team is terrible. I think Bayern's not going to take their foot off the gas. I love that pick from Goran too for Sunday.
Hey Goran, we're trying to let everybody know they can find your stuff over at Sports Chat Place, correct?
Absolutely, free picks every day.
All right, free picks every day at Sports Chat Place. There, he writes a lot of free picks, a lot of content there on the site. All right, guys. You guys, everyone, have a good night. We're back Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time here with the drive-thru. And don't forget, it gets started in the morning, tomorrow morning here at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You'll have Mitch, Rod, Chris, Brian Bitler, and Ron Romanelli. Huge cards from college basketball and the NBA. So be sure to tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, let's bring in our crew from today's show. Give a nice wave goodbye. Hey, we got Bitler looking good today. The Birdcage. Look at the Birdcage, plus 645 from Rod Zawacki. He's got the Heat. He's got the Spurs. He's got the Detroit Pistons, plus 645 return. All right, good night, everyone. We'll talk to you.